The cycling world is in mourning after the death of Gino Mäder, who sadly passed away at the age of 26 after injuries sustained in a high-speed crash on stage 5 of the Tour de Suisse.
These sad things are happening now in every sport, and we are always disappointed when these things happened. But when happened to your team, to your family, then we really realize how hard are these moments. When this happened to you, when this happened to your team, to your kind of family, and how hard it is to understand that this guy actually crashed in small or big cycling race and he disappeared from the world, no, forever.
I started with football and then quickly came to realization that the only thing I was good at was running up and down the field. Both my parents were cyclists and that's actually how they met. Logically, I tried it and didn't fail, so I kept doing it and was pretty happy with it. Then at the age of 10, 11, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do for a living. Then a dream was born.
Gino è arrivato o no? Allora è Gino. Dicono che non sembra bene. Adesso chiamo Matej a 1,6 km dall'arrivo. Vado lì io. Ok?
Crash during the downhill. Now it's with the doctors.
You know, as a sports doctor, you know, we know that tragedies happen, and you read about it in the newspapers, you see it in the media, and you never really think you would be heavily involved in it. When you're on the Tour de Suisse on a mountain stage, and a tragedy like that happens, you know, it doesn't matter how experienced you are as a doctor, it's still a shocking, horrible experience. And yeah, it was an absolute tragedy.
Nizza, wir begrüßen recht herzlich hier hineinsiedeln Gino Mäder.
Y realmente en esa situación no le encuentras ningún sentido a tu trabajo y a arriesgar en las bajadas y a arriesgar a diario en la carretera. Y dices, ¿por qué lo hacemos, ¿no? Teniendo una familia y por qué necesidad de poner nuestras vidas en riesgo y del resto de la gente, no sé, pues todo era desde un punto de vista muy pesimista, ¿no? Nos afectó mucho, lógicamente. Había pasado del lugar del accidente 1 minuto antes que él, había hecho el mismo recorrido y bueno, ves que tenía que haber llegado detrás tuyo a meta y no aparece y las noticias son malas y ya la cara de la gente me decía en ese momento que la situación era límite, ¿no? Entonces ya fue una noche de agonía, mirando el móvil a ver si venían noticias desde el hospital, algo positivo, si conseguía estar estable, si podía seguir adelante. Pero bueno, el día siguiente recibimos la peor noticia posible y ahí nos hundimos, ¿no? Y todo perdió un poco el sentido. Salimos en la etapa pues para rendirle homenaje porque la familia así lo deseaba, pero bueno, no teníamos fuerzas ni para sentarnos en el sillín, ¿no?
While Gino Mäder stole to victory in the Giro d'Italia. His biggest win, his first professional win at this level, Gino Mäder taking a stage win in style for Bahrain Victorious.
Today we just say we're gonna ride in the honor of Mikel's last cheesy ambition or last Giro.
He was
energy. He gives us maybe the hardest lesson that we had opportunity to learn in our life.
You quickly come to realization that, well, just because I'm good at something doesn't make me special at everything. It doesn't enhance my personality or my person. It's just one aspect of life. I personally draw a lot of confidence and joy out of this one aspect, which is cycling and being good at cycling. I rather stay humble and like feet on the earth.
For him to have the accident that he did in Swiss, maybe selfishly I'm very happy I wasn't at the race, because I think if I was at the race it probably would have hit me much harder. But yeah, it's not a very easy or nice thing to have happen to a friend.
I think what happened to Gino on some level did bond us more together and put us, it puts life into perspective, and it shows you that you actually realize that you are lucky to be in position to still be here, do what you love and fight to fulfill your dreams. And obviously Gino was unfortunate and he can't fight anymore.
On what should have been day 6 of this year's race, there was a procession. Mäder's remaining teammates and colleagues on their bikes to pay tribute in the best way they could to the life of a young man taken too soon.
Veníamos de una tristeza profunda por Gino, que es algo que yo aún no he asimilado, no he tenido el duelo que Gino merece, porque van tan rápido los días, las semanas, el estrés de la competición, que yo ahora, por ejemplo, esta mañana pensaba, ostras, tenemos ya que en un mes tenemos ya la Vuelta a España, pues tendremos a fulanito, a menganito, a Gino, y digo, hostia, Gino no está. O sea, aún no somos todos, está el shock, le echamos mucho de menos, le echamos muchísimo de menos.
Congratulations, man. Thank you.
Creo que, bueno, al margen de todos sus actos benéficos, ¿no?, que no dejan de ser pues, algo maravilloso, ¿no?, pero sobre todo demuestran que era alguien que se preocupaba por lo que tenía alrededor, ¿no?, pues por la gente, por el medio ambiente, por la sociedad en general, ¿no? Un chico con preocupaciones y con ganas de que este mundo fuese un sitio mejor para todos. Es muy duro, ¿no?, perder a un compañero de un día para otro. Al final vuelves a las carreras y te crees que lo vas a volver a ver, ¿no?, en su bici, en su asiento del bus, en el comedor, pero no va a volver a pasar, ¿no? Y bueno, es algo duro, algo que nos va a llevar un tiempo a asimilar, ¿no? Y bueno, le echaremos mucho de menos.
Fue duro porque estaba en mi casa, llegaba a entrenar y me gusta ver las carreras en las que está el equipo, ¿no? Y en ese momento Gino y yo tenemos el mismo entrenador. me llamó y nada, me contó lo que estaba pasando, ¿no? Y es un golpe duro, ¿no? Haces el mismo deporte, corres el mismo riesgo y saber que es un compañero tuyo el que está pasando una situación de esas, te afecta, ¿no? Porque hoy puede ser él y mañana puede ser tú, es duro. Y claro, más de saber que es una persona con la que compartimos el training camp en el Teide y ver cómo la vida te cambia en nada, en una curva, ¿no? La verdad que sí, que afecta, ¿no? Me afecta a mí, afecta al equipo, afecta al entorno, ¿no? De saber que ninguno de nosotros estamos exceptos de que nos ocurra una cosa del estilo, ¿no? Entonces, nada, yo creo que es una cosa que ahora nos une como equipo, como familia que somos, y quiero que también, como en el Tour y todas las carreras que fueran después de esa tragedia, sea ese motivo, ¿no? de correr por él, porque él transmitía eso, alegría, transmitía tranquilidad al equipo, y yo creo que la forma de tú mantener una persona en la mente o viva en el equipo, es mantener sus recuerdos, ¿no? Y yo creo que eso es la mejor forma de volverle a Gino todo lo que él nos dio.
The day I found out what had happened to Gino, I was out reconning stages, out on my own, driving around the mountains, and I got a phone call from my brother who was in the Tour of Switzerland, and he said, Gino's had a pretty bad accident and he's not looking really good. And I thought, oh goodness. Then the next day I started reconning the stage to Saragossa, and then I was driving home after that, and then through this morning, I got a phone call from the team to say that Gino had passed on. Probably my best memory of working with Gino was at the Vuelta 2 years ago when we won the teams. Jack was third on general classification, and Gino was such an important member of that team, and he even rode himself into the young riders jersey. Gino was just a nice kid, and I say the word kid because I want to say the word kid, because he was just such a fresh young kid in my eyes, and so he's one of the good guys, and we lost him.
I believe I can be the best. If you're on top of your game and everything is just going easily, and you sit on your bike and it feels like, oh, this is home. Sometimes when you go on your bike and this is just home, this is where you belong to, that's a joy.
Yeah.
Ero a casa e mi ricordo che arrivò appunto la notizia che Gino era caduto, no? Però questo, sapere che un compagno è caduto è normale, perché cadiamo spesso, è normale nel nostro lavoro cadere. Però c'era qualcosa che ti faceva capire che non era una caduta normale. E purtroppo l'indomani, quando ero in bici, ho sentito, mi è arrivato un messaggio e ho capito che Gino era andato via, era volato via, e questo mi ha tolto parecchio, no? Mi ha fatto capire quanto la vita certe volte può essere cattiva, no? Cattiva, ingiusta, perché chiaramente non lo merita nessuno di morire così, ma Gino sicuramente meno di tanti altri, perché era un ragazzo veramente speciale. col lavoro che facciamo noi siamo sempre abituati a dire ciao, ci vediamo alla prossima gara, il prossimo training camp, ci vediamo la prossima volta, quindi siamo abituati che non ci vediamo 20 giorni, non ci vediamo un mese, ma poi quando ci rincontriamo è tutto normale. E forse adesso il mio cervello ancora fa fatica a capire che io Gino non lo vedrò mai più, perché Gino non c'è più, e questo forse è quello che fa più male, elaborare il fatto che Gino non c'è più. Ho avuto l'opportunità di conoscerlo abbastanza bene, perché lui era un corridore più o meno con le mie caratteristiche, e quindi spesso noi facevamo le stesse gare, quindi era come quando ho fatto secondo al Giro, abbiamo fatto il Giro di Romandia insieme, tanti training camp, e abbiamo avuto l'opportunità anche di parlare di ciclismo, ma anche cose che erano fuori dal ciclismo, no? Altri argomenti.
Yeah, when he passed away, you know, like, oh, well, I did it. You take your phone at one point and see what was the last message what you had with him, and then I saw some pictures, what we sent it to each other. And I remember when we were in Monaco, because he had a dog, I also have a dog, and I said, if you come over for dinner, maybe it's better that the dogs meet already before they destroy my whole apartment. So I had a rest day, so we meet somewhere on the field. And then he came, but he had, because I had a rest day, so I had just like my normal clothes, and he came by car, but he had a cycling kit on, and Merit, his girlfriend, was also there with Pello, the dog. So, but he was on the cycling shoes, and I always have the boots in the car for when I go walking in the forest. So I said, do you want to have my boots on? So I saw that picture that he was like with his bike in his hand, with my boots on. Yeah, like that are nice memories to think back of.
Yeah, there are things that there should not happen, and we know that cycling is super dangerous sport. It's not just about the races or racing, but also at the training. When you train on the open roads, there is so much risk that we know it's there, but we never think about that something can happen. And sadly, now it happened to us. Maybe me and Enrico, with the doctor, we knew that it's quite bad, but the last thing that you think about is that he could die. And I wanted not even to think about it 1 second, because I always hope that there is some chance. It's super sad, but I think it was great in Swiss that we had the parents of Gino there, and they actually were there to push us to race, to fight for Gino, and remember him as the guy that was always there with a big laugh, and the smart guy that was always good with everyone. I normally never cry. So I know that we should say never say never, but I find me really in super difficult moment. I was there as the lead guy, so try to go over, but on Saturday when I left the guys or when the people left home, I never find me in the situation that I was crying for 6 hours in the car, and it was really the worst trip I have ever done, and yeah.
Almost thinking about him today, just doing my rest day ride. I had a really nice rest day ride with him in the Vuelta last year, just chatting away. Did one of my efforts, he followed me, and then we're chatting on the way back to the hotel. So got nice, fond Grand Tour memories with Gino, and yeah, I think I don't know, I think every time I get on my bike I'm riding for Gino, well, forever. Yeah.
Gino Mäder was a pearl of a person. Intelligent, loving, caring and fun to be around. The whole peloton will miss him. Gino Mäder, rest in peace.
So I'm good, I'm happy, I'm at peace.